Did you know that you can also request and track city services by downloading our free 911 mobile app from the Apple Store or Google Play, or by visiting us online at 311.chicago.gov? Did you know that you can also request and track city services by downloading our free 911 mobile app from the Apple Store or Google Play, or by visiting
So you guys saw the screenshot, right? So I have 7 open tickets with 311 on my iPhone number, and just to play devil's advocate, I had my father call on my behalf, and I called here on this number. So that's 10 tickets, 2021. So it's basically you just call every single day. No one has called us back. Even when we were pregnant 17 weeks with twins, sitting outside of Rush Hospital, no one came to help us. So this is going on for 4 years. I have 3 children besides the one I'm pregnant with now, as you guys know. I have legal custody of all 3 of them. So there is a serious issue that is holding me to the street like a prisoner. I've gotten numerous jobs. I've applied to jobs that I was overqualified for in high school and not gotten a call back. No, I don't think I'm better than anyone. I'm just saying I know my ability, I know my level of intelligence, and I know where I've worked before. Like I said, I've applied to jobs that I was overqualified for as a teenager. Not getting anywhere. They are locking me in the street. We have said, yes, we'll go to a shelter, we'll go anywhere, just please get us out of the street. I'm pregnant. I need to be working, creating my own income in my own home, raising my 3 children. If you guys go to any one of my pages, you can see I have a picture of the 3 of my children, Viviana, Lewis, and Alexis, after all of this began. And then a photo of each of them now. Almost 4 years has passed. My oldest was 14, so she was barely in middle school. She's now a senior in high school. Who's gonna pay for every single day of my children's life I missed being handcuffed to the street or being raped? Or while law enforcement in the state of Illinois and the court system in the state of Illinois looked the other way while I was raped and beaten and robbed and bludgeoned and stabbed. Look at my right side. This is where I was bludgeoned. I was hospitalized for 5 days following that bludgeoning. A man jumped out of my vehicle and beat me with my own tire iron. He was completely docile, completely calm, asking me for a ride to the train station, offering me gas money at the gym, Export Fitness. I said sure. And again, it's been the exact same situation since this began. I went to Dylan's parole office. I went to the law enforcement for where we lived, Roscoe Village. Pardon me. And I asked assistance of everyone. Friends, family, strangers, the state of Illinois. And we're going into 4 years, and it's unresolved. And that's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. I'm sleeping in a fucking tent, almost 6 months pregnant.
My name is Miss Baggins. How can I help you?
Hi, I've called at least 10 or 11 times, and also my father's called on my behalf, along with a few other people. I'm nearly 6 months pregnant, and the father and I are together, stuck outside. It's going on 4 years now that we've been stuck outside, and I have tickets with 311 dating back to September of 2021.
Are you checking the status of a shelter request or putting in a new one?
Either way, whatever you say I'm supposed to do. Just, again, I record all of these live, and I take proof.
Well, you have to let me know what it is that you want to do.
Well, if I don't have, I just called the day before yesterday, right? So if there's already a request there, I mean, I don't work for the city, and I don't place people in shelters. I don't know the policy. That would be your job, not mine, right?
So what did you want to do?
Is there an open ticket?
You said you called in yesterday.
I said the day before yesterday. Excuse me?
number?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so if your request is in the system for shelter, they'll contact you when they have something available. They don't give us the date or time frame.
So I'm just supposed to lay in the street 6 months pregnant. Just
To a hospital, police station, call
Yeah,
the
I've gone to every area hospital and police station. They don't do anything. We have live video of me walking into all of the hospitals and police stations. They haven't assisted us at all.
You put in the service request for shelter.
I'm sorry?
They wouldn't let you put in a request for shelter.
They all say the same thing, to call 311. At best, they give you a little card printout.
You wait there until you're picked up for shelter.
They don't allow you to stay in here. They don't allow you. They kick you out at like 8 p.m. And if you don't have an appointment or orders, they don't allow you to be in here at all, not even to eat.
Well, you already have a request in the system.
Okay, so I guess I'll just keep laying on the floor outside. Thank you so much for your assistance.
Thank you.
Karma's on its way. So if you guys are fans or followers, you've been watching me since I came out on the show Love After Lockup. What a fucking nightmare that was. I've never dealt with homelessness in my life. I've always, since I was 18 years old, had my own place. I have 3 children who I'm the primary custodial parent of. All 3 of them, I've raised them since their births, 5 days a week minimum. For the first time in my life, I'm being held apart from my children, and all of my human, civil, constitutional, and just basic, rights are being hijacked from me. This is nothing new. I say every single day I'm not involved in any performance. This is not part of a show. I've not given anyone permission to exploit my situation. I need to go indoors. I need to earn my own income, and I need to be in a space where when I give birth to my baby, I can reunite with my children and my baby and live my life peacefully. This is unacceptable. From 10 to 100 text messages a day, messages on social media, stalking and harassment in real life. There is no person, businesswoman, or homeless person who would be okay under these circumstances. There's no one. So me not being accepting of this exploitation, it has nothing to do with my level of education, nor does it have anything to do with my poverty or level of income. No woman or man, no matter how much money they earn or don't earn, would be okay living under the circumstances I have been oppressed into. I have, as I said, applied for jobs that I would have been overqualified for as a 15, 16-year-old woman. It is offensive. And to be raped in the street, to be told you have to allow me to have sex with your body, you're too tired to fight me off, so I'm just going to stick it in whether you like it or not. And for law enforcement and the state of Illinois and every involved party to be aware that this has not only happened once, but multiple times, it's disgusting. I'm disgusted to live in a state that allows this type of behavior, and I'm disgusted to be a part of a community where the other people look the other way and allow this type of behavior to continue. Xavier and I just went to St. Joseph's for my ultrasound. This is the second ultrasound I've had. The second trimester. We did find out the gender of the baby. I've sent out another 10 to 20 resumes, as well as applied to regular jobs. I went into staffing agencies for factories. They said that there is no work. Things are very slow right now. That's what I always did historically during pregnancy, because it's difficult to find a job during pregnancy that's a permanent job. To get into a factory on a temporary basis while you're pregnant is no big deal, because it's a day-by-day opportunity, So we walked 10 or 15 hours to Logan Square. I went there to put in an application and was blatantly told, we don't have work right now, and we're not accepting applications today. We might be accepting applications Thursday. So when you're in this position with no transportation and everything we have is on a luggage cart. It's nearly impossible to remove yourself, and that's why the situation is so exploitative. Just to recap, and this is not even a small percentage, this is not even 25% of the abuse I've endured. I have been jumped and stabbed by 3 women, 11 times with screwdrivers. I have been bludgeoned over the head by a man, you guys can see the video, and hospitalized for 5 days following that attack. I have been punched by a lady in the face. I have been punched by a lady and a man while sleeping on the train. I have been kicked. The door wall of our tent ripped off at 3:30 in the morning and kicked in the face while pregnant. I have been called pretty much every name in the book. I have been harassed via text message, email, social media, in person, online, and by text message and call. I receive anywhere from 10 to 30 unknown calls a day. And when I block notifications from social media and including Google Voice, someone hacks into my phone to allow those notifications to come in. So we've reached a level of exploitation at this point that is so illegal. We are 100% into a domestic terrorism category. If they're using me as an example to show to people that you have no control over anything, they're doing a fabulous job, because they have effectively electric fenced me in to a very small area that doesn't even allow me to know for sure that my children are safe, fed, having warm clothes. It's unacceptable. Police in hand, I have been beaten, I have been raped. I have been robbed over and over and over and over. And I'm just wondering what the fuck it's going to take to make it stop. There is no shortage of proof, enforcement and 311. And I've proven over and over of those are dead ends. Not only are they dead ends, they don't even express any else to go to file complaint. What do you do when local law enforcement, is being faced with proof that you've been raped and beaten and robbed and abused, but doesn't help? Who do you call when the FBI says, we're not even going to look into this, we're busy, or we'll call you back if we find anything out, and doesn't even let you finish a sentence about what's gone on? I have police reports from all of these counties, and I have them all written down. And I call them, and I provide all of the police report numbers, and I say, who's going to be in charge of connecting these dots? Some of these crimes take place across state lines. No one has anything to say. It's almost as if they think that I'm joking, or that it's not their job, or that it's like trivial, things that are occurring. They're not. If you've ever been technologically boxed in by your phone, meaning you cannot access websites, you cannot call 911. If you try to call friends and family, your phone calls are rerouted. It's awful. It's fucking terrible. Not only that, but they've made sure that none of my friends or family have been able to help me. I don't know any homeless people. I'm the only homeless person I know. So I don't know where to go. I also don't understand why all of my friends and family, look at Alyssa, look at Deanna, look at, Erin. These are girls who almost live parallel universes to mine, parallel lives to mine, and basically have the same scope of knowledge and professional experience that I have. Alyssa was going to enter healthcare but chose not to. Erin is a registered nurse. I worked as a medical assistant, phlebotomist, and admin here at Northwestern Hospital for many, many years. Also Alexian Brothers, also Parag Doshi's Cardiovascular Institute. So I have more than 10 years of professional experience and a bachelor's degree. Why am I being held in the street? I don't abuse any substances. I don't have any mental health issues. Why am I being held in the street? What is going on? And if I'm not going to be permitted to work, I was allowed to work last year. I've had 21 jobs since 2019. I've been chased out of every single one of them. chased, bullied, harassed, beaten, forced in some way. So again, what is the answer? You know, what am I supposed to do? What are my children? What am I supposed to tell my children about why their mother, still has nowhere to live? How do I express this to anyone in a way that makes sense if I've been with myself the whole entire time it's been going on and I don't understand it? If I don't understand what's happening or how it's legal or how it's ethical, because it's not, how do I explain to someone else? How do I share this experience with my children without terrifying them? Without making them disdainful towards police, without making them lose faith in our medical system? How do I? It's like that Celine Dion song, right? Or is it Celine Dion?
Mm-hmm.
But all jokes aside, this is not acceptable. You know, I'm exhausted. My body hurts. My mind hurts. My soul hurts. I'm tired. So I would, first year while driving DoorDash, sleeping in my car. The second year while driving DoorDash, mixed with Airbnb. The third year was mostly all spent in Airbnb. And then all of a sudden, after being pregnant with twins